read them.
Shakespeare dramas, Shakespeare tragedies, Shakespeare comedies. Ah, poetry by Shakespeare.
Great.
The Encyclopedia Britannica in at least 3 editions. Will there ever be a bigger reference book? Bibles and religious texts. Some of them look damn valuable. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a handwritten version hidden somewhere here.
Well, that was very helpful. Globe, telephone, family tree. I bet that's important.
At its peak, the British Empire encompassed around a quarter of the entire landmass of the planet and around a third of its population. The globe is from this period. The ladies probably approve more of this division of the world than the real one.
I don't know. That's kind of a wild thing to say or to assume, but yeah, I don't know. Can we actually move the screen towards the right? We cannot. That's weird.
An old-fashioned telephone. But who should I call?
No one.
An old-fashioned telephone. An old-fashioned...
I guess we shall be calling someone at some point. Family tree. Is there anything specific? Strange place. Alright, let's first go with this though.
That's the Gordon's family tree. Almost the same as the one in Wales. That's the Gordon's family tree.
Back? No thank you. Yeah, that looks a bit strange. It's wiped out or something.
Huh. It looks as though something's been painted over here at the top. Directly above Samuel and Catherine's generation.
Shall we be...
Unfortunately, it's been painted over.
How could you remove that? No, clearly not like that. I know, I try and, you know, very gently try and scrape it off with a knife, considering it's not a sharp knife, so... That's what I do, but, no. We shall find something to remove the paint. Oh, come on. Hurry up. Door
A
number...
large double-winged door. It's no different from the others.
So just go through it. I didn't ask you to look at it, but...
It's locked.
Ew.
Inspector, you have no reason to be here. This door is to remain closed.
I'm sorry.
Certainly, madam. Please forgive me. Why is she making such a big deal about this door?
Because we want to be in there. Right? Let's see now. Well, 2 remain. Let's finish this floor first. Though I'm very sure that I'm going to be very stuck in this whole place. Oh boy. Even more doors. Yes! Alright.
Well, the dishes are well looked after, but you can't hide their age. They're becoming faded. There ain't many dishes for such a big household, but they're probably only used by the ladies. Much too good for the servants. 2 little metal pots. Judging by the layer of dust, they're no longer used. No.
You don't want to... Fine.
A few teaspoons. They're all well polished and lined up in a neat row.
Oh, you want one of those?
I'm just gonna take a spoon.
Right. Of course. Also, what is that? I'd say there's something on the floor there, but it may just be a weird reflection of something? Maybe a reflection of that chair, but yeah, I don't know. I find it hard to tell.
You can't really make out anymore what this picture's supposed to be. Perhaps it's not such a good idea to hang pictures directly above the stove.
Probably not.
A kitchen range that could really only be found in furniture catalogs of the last century.
Rubber boots?
A pair of old rubber boots. They're as clean as when they were made, though. Perhaps they belong to Lewis.
Sure, pick them up. Why not? I really don't see where we're going with these items. We're going to dig our way through the garden, protecting our feet, and digging with the spoon. I don't know. Hopefully it'll become apparent whenever I run into it.
An empty vase. It looks old, like everything here.
Yeah, there's no need to actually say that, I don't think. Hooks. Interesting. Meat hooks.
That's for hanging up meat. Or playing pirates. A coffee grinder is the last thing I'd have expected in an English castle, but it looks really new and unused. The door is bolted. Might lead to a storeroom or a cellar. Hello.
Oh, hello. A living soul, here?
My name is Falk, Inspector Falk. I'm a policeman.
A copper? How exciting. I'm Sally.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, let's ask about everyone who's around here. And Mother. Really? Interesting. I'll save that one for last, though.
What's wrong with Lady Eleanor?
What could be wrong with her? Snore. Sits around all day, either knitting or reading.
Anything else?
She plays piano for Lady Victoria every now and again. In this house, that counts as having a wild party. You know, it's about time I got myself another position.
You want to leave?
Yeah, sooner rather than later. Maybe to a movie or a pop star's house. Somewhere where things are a bit lively at least.
Also, she plays piano. Which, means that there could be a piano here. Or if we were in Wales, then she lied about not having been to Wales. So, that was also quite interesting.
Is Lady Victoria a good boss?
I don't know. Bates hardly lets me talk to her. When I first came here, I made her ladyship a few suggestions on how she might want to redecorate the castle a bit. Just get rid of a bit of the mustiness, you know? Since then, I always have to ask Bates if I want something from her ladyship.
Sounds like a pain in the ass. Yeah, let's go about the persons first.
What can you tell me about Lewis?
A disgusting man. Ugh. I was hoping when I started he wouldn't be a snob like all the others are here. But he's just as boring and in a permanent bad mood. I never get more than 3 words out of him.
Do you know this woman?
Never seen her before. Looks a bit like a snob.
I bet Darren didn't like that comment.
You and Bates look after everything here?
Well, looking after. Bates does most of that. He lets me do all the dirty work. Cleaning, cooking, and all that sort of thing.
Isn't that your job?
That's what he says all the time. But being honest, I'd expected something quite different, you know? I mean, a castle with such knobs living in it. You'd expect the odd soiree every now and again.
Or a cute prince?
Well, Charles is off the market now. But anyone under 80 would do this place a world of good. Sometimes it really does seem like a grave here.
Okay. Locked door before the big one.
Do you know what's behind the locked door in the hall?
I've asked myself that question too. But you can't get a thing out of Bates about it. Once, he got me listening at the door. He gave me such a telling off, like nothing I'd ever known before. He was so mad, he nearly collapsed. He was coughing blood and I had to hold him up. I've been giving the door a wide berth since then.
Can't blame you.
I've got to find out what's behind that door. The rooms there would be an ideal hiding place for the mosaic tiles.
I guess we should actually ask about Samuel's ghost as well, concerning the mirror.
Can you tell me anything about Samuel's ghost? Apparently it's been seen by a few tourists.
Oh yeah, I've seen it too. Out one of the windows. It scared the living daylights out of me. A gruesome face. I hope I'll never see it again.
Huh. That's true. At which window?
I don't remember exactly. I think it was in the Forbidden Wing.
Forbidden Wing.
Yeah, you know, what's behind the locked door in the hall.
Okay, so let's ask about our mother.
I don't suppose there are pictures of all the cooks who have worked here by any chance.
No idea. Must be ages ago, though, since there was an actual cook here. Ask Bates, he knows everything.
I'd prefer not to ask either him or Lady Victoria.
Then I don't know either.
Okay. I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Alrighty. So, to the stables. And then we still have the upstairs to go. Bloody hell. Ew. Well, this looks... Can you imagine living here? And looking out the side of your window and just seeing this? Holy shit. I pinched myself in the arm like 30 times to finally realize that this would be real life. Even then I don't think I'd believe it, but yeah, interesting.
Apparently,
Creepy.
these things are to blame for the English still driving on the left. If you were to guide your horse with your right hand, you'd run the risk of being squashed between the wagons.
What? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Judging by its condition, the car was probably in use up until a few years ago, but it's been standing there for some time now.
Alright. Aw. Whenever I see Crow now, I just think of Crow from The Longest Journey. I like that guy. Bird. Thing. Whatever. If you've played that game, you know Crow. He's awesome. So far, at least. As far as I know. Right. Nest.
Who have we got here? Huh. This thieving magpie in a raven suit has something I need.
Oh, that's the one. Really?
I bet the raven stole the piece of mosaic from Angelina's backpack and brought it here to its nest.
I figured it would be closer, to be honest. Can we tie that over and then knock
knotted
it?
the spoon to the thread. You're not gonna free that in a hurry.
Yeah, so now you can, you know, hold the thread, swing the spoon around and hit the net. Or the nest. No? Okay, great. Let's look at the well.
An ancient well. I can't imagine that it's still in use. Even this place must have a normal water supply by now. There used to be some sort of device hanging on this frame, which brought the water to the surface.
Fill the bucket. Right?
There's nothing about the well that interests me. And hopefully nothing in the well either. There's nothing about the well that interests me.
Right. Mud?
The floor here is rain-sodden.